right, so now I would like to introduce our speaker for the day, Garrett Wordmuller.
Thank you.
He's branch director of First Priority, and he's going to talk about video marketing.
Good morning, everybody. Let me get set up here. Shouldn't take too long. Okay, so today we're talking about video marketing, and what I want to start with today is basically why would you get into video marketing? I mean, video marketing, it sounds kind of frustrating to get involved. We're learning about technology. It can be kind of a headache to learn new technologies, and I mean, it sounds time consuming. Is it really effective, right? I mean, why use video marketing? Well, what if I was to tell you that 72 hours of video are uploaded to YouTube every single minute, and that there's 4 billion videos viewed each month, and 800 million unique users monthly using YouTube? And in 2011, there were 1 trillion views, which equates to 140 views per person on this planet. And then who here has heard of Realtor.com? Anyone? All right, good. Well, according to Realtor.com, 80% of homebuyers looked online before they looked at properties out in the market. And 92% of homebuyers, first-time homebuyers, excuse me, looked online before going out and looking at homes. And 80% of homebuyers chose their realtor online. Actually, another statistic that's not on here is that they chose the first realtor that contacted them, not the first realtor that they contacted, because not many people contact people. So if you're not online, where are your buyers going? They're going to this guy. He works at Redfin, okay? So I'm here to talk about 4 easy strategies to implement video marketing into your real estate business. This isn't necessarily you standing in front of a camera, but just strategies to help streamline your business as well. And I am a lender at First Priority Financial. We mainly do conventional and high balance stuff in this market, but we do a little bit of everything. But you might be asking, why are you standing here talking about video and real estate? And so I actually wasn't always a lender. I was in my 20s, I was a chef. I was graduated from the California Culinary Academy. Worked at Boulevard, worked at the Big Four, San Francisco's only game restaurant, where I cooked ostrich, alligators, and kangaroos. And then I went to banquet in Hyatt Regency. And 9/11 wiped out my entire division. I was the last one hired. I was the first one fired. And so I had a friend who had free time and money, and I didn't have either one. And he was a loan officer. And so I hit the ground running in this business really well, but then came the big credit crisis we can all remember, and I went from closing like 10 to 14 deals a month to closing 1 deal in 3 months in 2008 in the first quarter, and I literally had no idea that was even possible. So I had this real expensive marketing program, and I just had to ditch everything because nothing seemed to work at that point in time at all. And I went into, my company, First Priority Financial, launched this video marketing CRM. They launched a show called Think Big, Work Small that ultimately now is the most popular show on the internet about real estate. So I was the man on the street in 2012 for that show. In 2011, I won 40 Under 40 Most Influential Loan Officers by National Mortgage Professional magazine. I've trained over 200 LOs in different capacities, either with my company or doing seminars about video marketing. First time I presented to real estate agents, I figure I'm going to start doing this year, do something different. But I do get this phone call. I saw your video on YouTube and I'm looking to get pre-approved, and that's what this is all about, or looking to buy. So why use video? Because it's current. It creates a deeper connection between you and your audience. It creates credibility, and most importantly, it's your 24/7 sales machine, so when you're out in the field, your videos are working for you online. The first one I want to talk about is screen capture, and what screen capture does is it basically just captures this is actually, I can show you when I'm done if we have time. That's Jing Pro, if you guys know what Jing Pro is, but you can make a screen capture video with this free little thing here. But what screen capture allows you to do is just basically capture a presentation that's on your desktop and record it. So you can go over inspections, you can go over counteroffers, et cetera, if your client's home at 10 p.m. at night and you don't want to take that phone call necessarily, you can do this presentation, and if they have questions, let them call you. So it really enables you to streamline your business very effectively, and you can really do several presentations that might take you the course of 2 hours over the phone in about 30 minutes. These are the top 10 for Windows. These are the top 10 for Mac. I can send you all this information if you like, but basically, there's a company called TechSmith, and just go with what TechSmith goes. TechSmith does Snagit, which is on Windows, which is what I use. On Mac, I believe ScreenFlow is more like PowerPoint for Mac, and that's the most popular, but Camtasia is also TechSmith. So those two are the best. Strategy 2 is maximizing your listing. There's a lot you can do, obviously, with video in your listing. This is your product, and so this is what you should be really focusing your video. This is what I'd be focusing on if I were you. So I just want to ask you guys, what's more effective? That or this, which might take a second to load. Now, obviously, no track home looks like that on the inside that I know of, but you get the idea. So tips for marketing your listings, using video. You want to tell a story. Buyers aren't looking for a virtual tour. You might say, well, what do you know? And I got that from Century 21, just so you know. So there you go. You want to tell a story with music and captions. You want to keep it between 1 and 2 minutes long. And you want to give the home character and bring it to life. What you really want to do with video, and I know your listings are really selling themselves right now without you doing a lot of work, but it's not always that way. And your video will be there forever. So if people are looking in that neighborhood, whatever, you're still going to get your rankings online, and there's a chance that they may contact you or a seller next door because they see a cool video online. So basically, you want to picture the buyers picturing themselves, sitting at that coffee table and enjoying the amenities with the property. And then as far as production's concerned, you can, of course, self-produce. PC has Movie Maker. I don't really recommend Movie Maker. We can talk about that later. Or iMovie is good for Mac. The video you just saw, I used Animoto. If I were you, I'd have Animoto. It's a really inexpensive, great way to just upload pictures, and it makes a pretty cool video. It's got licensed music. It's got all kinds of good stuff. Of course, you can outsource with companies like CirclePix. And then there's, of course, like your e-property websites where they create a video and screen. There's a virtual tour that goes along with that. We actually have a system here. I have flyers. We have a system that does that where we actually send your listing to 200 plus websites. We create a video, QR codes, text marketing, everything you need online, and it stays up there for 6 months. Strategy number 3 is your neighborhood expert. So, Fernside, we got a lot of my Alamedan people over here. Fernside is a pretty big neighborhood in Alameda, a very desirable neighborhood to move to. So if you wanted to be the Fernside expert or the Piedmont expert, whatever the case may be, you can do weekly videos and then also do text, but do weekly open houses, and then put in text, though, where the open houses are, because that's going to ultimately rank you higher with Google. You do school scores, you can do yard sales, you can do market news, you can do monthly and quarterly sales stats and statistics. Guess what? Your home is actually appreciating in value right now. I mean, how valuable is that video to send out? Local area news, yeah, you might be able to sell a refinance in the next month. And then local area news and headlines. Oh, you want to pass those out? And then it doesn't have to be complicated. This is a guy I just found in Arizona, but he dominated short sale listings, and he just drives around in his car.
Discussing the new short sale recommendations that Fed has for lenders and how I really didn't think that it was going to amount to anything. And I stand by that, and I'm going to get back into that.
So the point is, this guy just drives around in his car in between appointments, and he gets short sale listings because of it. He's in Arizona, different marketplace, but I'm just saying, you don't have to stand in front of a green screen and have all these special effects going on and everything like that. And then finally, the final strategy, and this is easy. The next time you do this, why not do this?
Hi, just finishing up here, obtaining my loan from Garrett Ward Miller. I'm very happy. As always, as I tell them directly, any kind of financial business involving real estate, I will always use Garrett. Come to him, great guys.
You guys remember that too. That was no accident. That was no accident. So where to begin and where to end with your video, right? You're going to need anyone? What do you need first to make a video? Camera. There you go. Good job. So the four most common cameras today, you have your digital still with video. As realtors, you know, this is your nicer camera that takes video with the removable lenses. You can put a boom mic on there, and that's all you'll ever need. That's a great thing. I use a camcorder. You've also got camera phones. You can actually have mics that you can plug into an iPhone, for example, to get better sound, which I'd recommend if you're going to use your phone cam. Then, of course, most laptops, just about everything has a webcam on it nowadays, so you can sit at your desk and create a video that way. Production software, Mac, iMovie is great. I use Sony Vegas. That's just what I use. A lot of people think there's somewhat of a learning curve to it, but I think it's pretty straightforward and drag and drop. So that's what I recommend. And then as far as getting your video out into the marketplace, you're of course going to need to post it somewhere so someone can watch it. So that's when you go to your YouTubes, your Vidlers, your Vimeos, all those. I actually just personally post on YouTube. You can fish in an ocean or you can fish in a pond is the way I see it. And so, but it takes no effort, not that much effort to upload to other sites. But everyone in the world is on YouTube. It's second largest to Google as a search engine. So good place to put properties or whatever you're doing. And then second, you're going to upload it to your business websites, your blogs, and then your real estate websites if you have blogs on Trulia, your Active Rain, Zillow. I actually uploaded a video. When did we do the ChidApp one? Friday? I already got 50 views on Active Rain, so that stuff works really well. Then to distribute, social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And if you're not too familiar with how to manage social media, there's also a website called Hootsuite and a product called Hootsuite where you can actually we just did a ChidApp video last week, but I could have sent it out to Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Like I could have set up Hootsuite on today to send out a video on Friday at 9 a.m. on your social media links, and it does all kinds of different stuff. So if you want to just really streamline your business, that's a good way to do it. And then from there, you're going to email to your database, your prospects, your referral partners, your agents, people you think who might be able to use this information. Then you got to use one of these. I highly recommend the rotary phone too. But you do need to make your videos really count, you need to be on the phone. I mean, this is the greatest sales machine that will ever exist, so we all know that. And if you don't, realize no matter what happens online, nothing will replace communication. Online lead generation is a numbers game. I can't tell you how many crazy leads we've gotten, especially Craigslist. It seems like people want to people just have a lot of free time on Craigslist. We got a lady named Creamy Thighs that contacted us 5 times, like over and over again, and it was just like, Creamy Thighs, where's your down payment coming from? Are you W-2'd, self-employed? I don't know. But anyway, I mean, you just got to weed through that because we've also established great relationships and friends through online leads. But just know, I mean, drop it and go. If it's 555-1212 is the phone number, bye. You know, and just understand that people are a little less busy than you and move on. Lastly, the hardest thing to do, I know, when you watch a video is to watch yourself on video, right? So everyone says, I don't look like that, I don't look like that, and the truth is you do look like that, and we've all gotten used to it, okay? So I want to just end this presentation, you guys, with a quote from Bill Cosby. If you're nervous about getting video, just remember, in order to succeed, your desire must be greater than your fear. I'm Garrick Wordmuller, First Priority Financial. Here's my information. We have some flyers out, and if you guys want any kind of 10-minute consultation on how to implement video into your business, I'm more than happy to provide that for you guys at a separate time. I can't stay too long here, but we will be staying afterwards. So thank you, and then I'm here to ask questions.
So now I do what I can, stand up like mama raised me. I was built from the bottom and pull the flush. I've been living with my chips all in and I'm still in. See, no one will ever be like me.